Hey, how do you like this view? This beautiful sun shining on this beautiful lake. Well, some people are sailing, other people are playing golf. This is the view of my window. Let me just close here because although it's sunny, it's very chilly here, and the dry weather of the desert already got me sick. I'm Ed Perez. Let me introduce myself to you. I'm Ed. I'm here in Las Vegas for the first time of my life. I'm participating in this event here, Mastermind with other leaders in this industry. And I thought of doing this video. I decided to take the time to chat with you for a while, to talk about starting a business, because I know you might be looking for that, this thought, because the idea is very exciting, isn't it? When you come across an opportunity, a system like you want to just introduce you to, it's very exciting to think that you can work from home part-time, make a full-time income, have no limits about how much money you can make. And by the way, let me just, for any time I refer to money or lifestyle in this video, please, results are not typical. You can check the income disclaimer at the bottom of this page. All right, so make sure you do that. But to have this unlimited possibility of making unlimited money in this industry, so that's really great and very exciting. But on the other hand, it's scary, isn't it? Because it's too good to be it seems to be too good to be true, doesn't it? I remember I felt this the first time I got in touch with this industry. It's a very common thing for people to be scared, to start a business online. All right, so I wanted to really talk about that because this has the potential to change your life if you just understand how this works and why some people get a lot of results in this industry, and a lot of people, they get nothing out of it, and they have this feeling that they were kind of scammed. You hear that all the time, people talking about scams, how they lost money. Let me just please take a sip here because my throat's a little sore. The weather is really dry here. I don't know if you haven't been to Vegas, but it's really I was shocked to see. I thought it was like a state in the desert, and it's actually just a city in the middle of the desert. It's really funny to come here. Cool, so that's what I wanted to talk to you about. So I've been here thinking about what is this thing, the things that I think that differentiate the people who get results from the people that don't. And I had to, in my mind, to me, it seems like the biggest difference is the people who get results. They have a vision. They know what they're here for. They're here, they have made the decision to start a business for a purpose. While the people who fail, they fail because they don't understand what they're doing. So, for instance, let me give you an example. In my life, I had many things. Like I had jobs, I had multiple business, brick and mortar business. I had MLM. I was involved with a traditional MLM. I struggled and failed as most people do. And to me, it never made a lot of sense, to have a job. A job I see as a means to make some money, to do something else, to invest in something else, all right? Because it just doesn't make sense, really, to spend the best years of your life going to a job every day you wake up at the same time, you ride a bus, or I don't know, you drive your car to your job, do the same things, at the same times, and you go back home, you get tired. It just doesn't make sense, it's a lot of time dedicated to a job that can't really give you financial freedom. It can. Look, what's the average salary in your country? Think about that. So, and you do that just to have like 1 month per year to enjoy, to go out there and travel and be with your family. And the ironic part is you usually don't have money, or at least not enough money to do all the things you'd like to do in that 1 month. So it never made sense to me. And I don't mean that like I'm a lazy person, I don't want to work. It's just I want to work smart. I want to work to get money, to get results, and to do the things I like. I have a vision of everything I want to do, all the goals I have accomplished, and the ones I still want to accomplish. And I think that makes a big difference, right? I was going to say, because I think you have to face business as a business. That's one thing I think a lot of people fail in this industry, because they see the opportunity and they get tempted by the idea of making some quick, easy money. So they join an opportunity without thinking about it, without really seeing it as a business. They join anything, well, you know what, I'm going to join this business opportunity, see if I can make some money really fast. And if it works, that's okay. If don't, I just give up. So that's, I see, it's funny to think about it, but I really believe that people do join most of the times business like this, they think they can really just join, do nothing, and money will just start to appear in the bank accounts. They have no commitment. They don't want to learn how to build a business. They don't want to invest money in their education, and they don't take it seriously. Just think about it. Think like you're starting a normal business. Let's say you go, like I had a restaurant before, right? One of the biggest business I ever had was a restaurant. So let's say we invest money in your restaurant. We don't just buy your restaurant, build it, and then sit down at your restaurant at the balcony and say, well, let's see how this goes, and just sit there and wait for people to come in and give you money. It doesn't work like that. You have to make a business work, right? So that's very clear. Sorry. When you're building a business, a traditional business, because you kind of understand that is necessary, and you're really involved with that, because you have to invest a lot of money. You have to really invest a lot of money in a traditional brick and mortar business just to have it work, just to open your doors, and then you have to invest a lot of money. I think not a lot of people realize that, just to keep the business running. So when I one of the most beautiful things about the online business is that it's very cheap to build a business. So you can really start a business for as cheap as $7, $20, $50. It's really cheap to start a business like that, and it's very easy to keep a business running because you know exactly how much money you're gonna spend for a whole year in your business. There are no surprises like in a real business, like in the restaurant. As I was telling, I have my business running, but you know what? I have a restaurant. It's in a physical building, so there comes a storm. It happened to me and ruined my ceiling. So I had to hire a guy to fix the ceiling. All right. So that's money I was not counting on spending, and I do have to spend it. So that was not on plan. But here on online business, you know exactly how much money I have to invest on it per month just to keep it running. So it's much easier. So I don't get it when people tell me that they think that investing like money in a training in their education, and that's the most important thing, because you're really investing in yourself, all right? And they tell me, oh, I think $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 too much. But really, is it, or is it just in your mind? Because if you think this kind of money, that $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 is a lot of money, then guess what? It's gonna be a lot of money for you for the rest of your life, because you're never gonna invest money, because you'll always be afraid in doing that. So just to give you an idea, when I had a restaurant, just like $5,000 is not enough money to keep a business running for 1 week. All right, a traditional brick and mortar business. I'm not talking about an online business that is very inexpensive. So my restaurant would demand at least, I'd say, $25,000 per month just to keep the business running. All right, it's a huge gap between one thing and the other. But that gap makes that people who want to start a traditional brick and mortar business to really think about it before starting a business, because they're investing a lot of money. And so when they start a business, they are really involved with it. Although, on the other hand, in online business, because it's very cheap, people just fail to see it as a business. People see it, as a way to make quick money. All right. So when I see people leaving and they complain, well, it's just a scam, it's a get-rich-quick scheme, I really think, is it? Is it really? Because if it was, why are you leaving? That's the irony in it. People, they leave a network marketing business most of the time because it's not a get-rich-quick scheme, not the opposite. All right. Because if it was, why would you leave? So people, they fail in their vision. They don't understand they're starting a business. They don't know why they're starting a business. They're just thinking about money, and they don't really know why they're doing it. All right. So for instance, I was fed up. I'll give you my own example here so you understand this. In my life, I was fed up of not having money. All right, it was affecting my life. I had a business, I had a restaurant, and what happened is this: I was a slave to my business. I was working. It was a restaurant, so it was open Monday to Monday, holidays. Now every day I was working. I was always stressed, always tired, always complaining, always in a bad mood. It affected my relationship. I was not there for my girlfriend then, for my wife, and even when I had the time, I did not have the energy, so it ruined my relationship. I was not seeing my friends. I got apart. I grew apart from my friends. I was not seeing my family because my family lived in a different city. I could not go there to visit them And that's how my life was slowly ruined by that business. All right, so I made a decision. I need to get rid of it. I need my life back, because you know what? I had to sell the business for way less than I paid for it. But I thought, the money I can make it back. All right, but the time I'm wasting here, that I cannot make back. All right, so it's the same thing with a job. So I sold the business, and I went back to college. All right, to study. I thought, let's start over. I have some, a little bit of money that I made here. I invested the money, and here's the real funny thing. I invested the money in the stock market, which is a big thing back then. But what happened is there came a crisis, as you probably know, the big financial crisis that ruined the world's economy. Europe and the U.S. Every market crashed, and my money that was invested there disappeared like this. So overnight. Almost overnight, actually, I lost all my savings. I was in a very desperate position. I really did not have money to pay my bills for next month. Can you imagine that? I mean, can you see yourself in that position? Can you imagine what that does to a person? It was really hard. And so what I did is this: I started to looking for ways to make money online. All right, I had tried MLM. It was a tough experience. I was there in a company. They told me, make this list of friends and family, call them, invite them to home parties. So I was just pointing around people, chasing people around, trying to get them to the meetings, just to be in that awkward situation. They don't want to be there. And after the presentation, I'll just look at their faces and ask them to join to do something that I didn't want to do myself. I wasn't enjoying it, and it was really awkward. And here's the funny thing. Some people, when people want to start a business, they come to me. Some people, they come to me and ask, well, I really want to do this. I really like the concept, but I don't want to get my friends and family involved. And when I learned how to build a business like this, here's the funny thing. I'm building my business. It took me, it's been more than over a year that I don't have a job, that I'll live just from the money that I make online. And by the way, results are not typical. Check the income disclaimer at the bottom of this page. More than over a year that I've been working from home full time. I don't have a job. My business allowed me to come here to Vegas, all the way from Sao Paulo in Brazil. Long trip, expensive trip, just to spend like 5 days here in Vegas with my friends, to meet my team, to look people in my team in the eye, to see what their goals are. It's an experience I cannot describe. To be with people, with real people, look them in their eyes and see they're fulfilling their dreams. To see the passion in their eyes. To see them crying when they think what brought them here. And it's a unique experience I cannot describe in words. You have to feel it to know what it is. And I've been doing this. And I don't even have anyone from Brazil in my business. Never recruited anyone in my own country. I don't promote, at this time at least, I don't promote my business in my own language, which is Portuguese. I only promote my business in the international market, in English language. I don't have anyone in Brazil. My friends don't even know what I do. My family, they kind of have an idea. It's funny, my mother don't think I work. I think she only realized I really work. That's really a funny story. My mom, every time I met her, she was like, well, what do you do for a living? You don't do anything. And I think the first time she actually believed I worked was, she was visiting me. She was at my house, and I was this meeting. I was in a live hangout with my friends. So I was in the computer speaking in English, and I think that was the moment where she thought, wow, she really does, he really does something. Like, look, he's with other people speaking English. That's fancy, isn't it? I think that's when she really started to believe that I did something. But this is the thing, when you really learn how to build a business, and you really know why you're here, then that makes a big difference, because you don't start a business to see if it's gonna work. You start a business to make it work, because you know why you want it. So for instance, if I close my eyes right here, right now, I can see everything, all the goals I still want to achieve. Like I close my eyes and I can see my dream house, and I can see, myself there with my wife and the kids we're gonna have in the next few years, and I can see that, our family will have a house in the same condo for her parents and for my mother, for my parents to be there to live together. and I can see the sun shining. I can see the sun reflecting in the water by the swimming pool. I can see my kids swimming, my young son playing soccer and inviting me to play soccer with them. And I have a really a clear vision of why I'm here. This is just an example, one of the many reasons why I'm building my business. I could talk about helping other people. Like yesterday I was with this girl trying to help her find her purpose here. It was such a emotional moment. She really got deep into her reasons. She was crying, and it got me emotional too. So I invite you to do this exercise. So close your eyes now and think about what would change in your life if you could make some extra money, from home. Imagine what it would be if you could make $50 per month, $1,000, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 per month from home. How would that change your life? How would your life be? $50,000, $100,000. There is no limits. How would that change and affect your life? What would you do with that money? How would that change and affect the lives of the people around you? Can you imagine that if you were able to do that, how many people you could help do the same? Can you have this vision? Do you know why would you do something like that? Because if you can close your eyes and see exactly what you want to achieve in your life, you can see the real purpose for starting a business online. Why would you make the sacrifices? Why would you start something from scratch and take the time to learn and apply and slowly build your business? Or it doesn't have to be actually slowly. It depends more on you than on anything else. But to make this sacrifice, to dedicate some extra time to your own work so you can get free, can get rid of your job, so you can have time to spend with your family, so you can taste what freedom really feels like, so you can do things on your own time, so you can help the people you love, so you can, you don't need to get back late at night to home and be so tired to be with your kids, to spend time with your wife. You don't need to come back home and be in a bad mood and not be there for your partner, for your husband, for your wife. You don't need to see people in your family struggling while you're not able to help them in their struggles because you are struggling yourself. Can you really imagine how it'll be? Your life, if you could just get real freedom, how many people could you help? What is your passion? What would you do? I really want you to think about it. I really want you to understand that it's this vision, that it's this purpose that is going to help you and allow you to build a successful business. Because when you know why you're doing this, when you know where you're going to, it doesn't matter where you start. It just makes no difference. Because you have the will, you have the determination to do it. Because you know exactly what's waiting for you on the other side of success. And you have no fears, and you're full committed to it. You don't start your business just to see if you can make some money. You start your business to make it work because you want it, because you have goals, and because you know a lot of people can, benefit from your own success. All right? So that's what I believe, my friend. That separates the people who get results from the people who don't. All right? That's what makes people really become and achieve success in this industry. Because it's never about the money. Money is just a means to achieve other things, to achieve your goals. All right? That's what money is. It's never about the money. If you come in for the money, that's one thing I learned. People used to say, and in the first MLM business I got involved with, if you come in for the money, you're gonna live for the money, right? You have to have more than that. You have to want more than just money, all right? So if you feel that you're ready to start your business, to change your life now, I invite you to click the button below this video. Pay very close attention to the next video that's gonna show the same system I'm using to change my life. And numerous other people, thousands of other people are using to change their lives too. All right? and I want you to start your business with no fear. And I want to look you in the eyes very soon in our next team meeting, as I did this week with a lot of friends here, a lot of friends I met online that I had never met in person until this day. And I want to look you in their eyes and see you telling me, thanks. This thing you introduced me to is allowing me to change my life. You gave me a purpose, and now I can see, because I thought my whole life that I was condemned to just live as I was living, limited, unhappy, unsatisfied. And now I see that all the time, from the moment I came to this earth, I had the potential to achieve everything I want to achieve. And I just did not believe in myself. But now I do. And I can see where I'm going to. And I'm going to get there, no matter what. That's what I want to see. So if you're ready, I invite you to click the button below this video, pay close attention to the next video that's going to introduce you to the system, and start your trial. Right? Start your trial today. All right? Be coachable. That's what I want to say to you. Be coachable. If you're ready for that, I want to help you, but I want you to be coachable. I want you to plug in to the system, to follow instructions, to be a part of it, get involved. We have live meetings to help people in our team. Come to this meeting, share, all right? Ask your questions, but share, all right? Share your vision, share your purpose, be a part of it, all right? And if for some reason you don't feel you're ready at this time, I invite you to just reply to my email. Let me know, if you have questions. Let me know what your goals are. Let me know what you see when you close your eyes. Let me know what is it that you really want in your life. Let me know how many people and who are these people that you want, that your success can benefit them, right? Let me know how your success can benefit these people. Share something. And I'm here for you, right, brother? Brother or sister. Because I've been through this journey. I can tell you it was not easy for me. I've really been through a lot of struggles. I have really lost everything at one point, and I had to build myself from scratch multiple times in my life. And what got me here, was the fact that I have a big reason for doing this. So with that said, thanks for watching this video. I look forward to hearing from you, and if you're ready, just start your business now. And I'm looking forward to, seeing you, meeting you in person in the future. So what I wanted to do now, to close this video, because you deserve something better than looking at just, my face, I want you to have another glimpse of the view of this window while you think about your real purpose in life and everything you want to achieve.